Well, there'll be a lot of dancing about with selections in preparation for the World Cup. Just two forwards remain from the Six Nations Round 5 outing with Italy. George Turner, Sam Skinner. New captain Rory Darge takes over from Jamie Ritchie. And in the backs, a new half-back pairing of Ben Healy and Ali Price. New centre pairing of Chris Hafford and Stafford McDowell. Chris Harris even. While Ollie Smith gets first crack at full-back in the post-Hogg era. And the Italians, they make 11 changes from the Six Nations finale, 7 in the pack. Federico Ruzza, the only remainer, he's the captain, moves from second row to the flank. And in the back line, Menincello, Bruno and Allen are still there, with Allen slipping from full-back to out-half. Debuts for Martin Pagerello and Lorenzo Pani. First starts indeed for them. So it's the Italians who get us underway through Tommy Allen, who could, of course, have played for Scotland. Scottish father. He was born in Italy. Rory Sutherland on the carry. Big day for Sutherland, a Lion in South Africa in 2021, but he's no club at the moment. He's officially unattached, having been released by Ulster. I can say the same thing about Ali Price. Struggling to get his way into the Scotland team, was on the bench a lot in the Six Nations and hasn't exactly started in sparkling style.
Try line, because that'll be basically a 5-metre put into to Italy. But you can see the greasy ball now. Yeah,
the ball goes beyond the golden child of the line-out, Federico Ruzza. 41 line-out takes on his own ball in the Six Nations. Ben Healy, that's a very Munster-style kick. And Scotland could be in here if the ball bounces their way. And Italy get back as the rain begins to tumble down.
Nobody does.
Crisper line out, different kind of line out. Ben Healy, who's looked really good in training, we've been told. Darcy Graham, who missed the Six Nations. The man who puts the live into live wire. Murphy Walker, good tip on from the tight head. And Italy in there hard, trying to slow the ball down. That's going to be a penalty.
Timing offside.
Menincello coming steaming through. The youngster, just 20 years of age, can play both positions in midfield and on the wing.
Ball not out, offside.
Maybe Darcy Graham should have just pushed that through his hands, given it to the wider side. Try to go at the edge on the left-hand side. He's got like wingers coming from right to left, left to right. You know, you do stretch defences, but Italy doing very well. But again, they're leaking a few penalties.
Ben Healy into the corner, as close to the corner as he can get. Menincello offside, and yeah, clear penalty.
Silly.
It's clear penalty. Yeah, Ben Healy. It's a long way from Tipperary to Edinburgh, as the song goes.
Boom, boom.
But he's got to get past Adam Hastings, Blair Kinghorn, Finn Russell.
Finn Russell is a name you haven't mentioned, or we haven't mentioned. So, but yeah, look, Finn Russell. I would suggest the way he plays, the incredible skill set he's got, he would start at 10. But it's so nice to have these equations. Gregor Townsend's got to scratch his head. He can only take 33, but you get injuries. They've got 4 games. They've got France home and away after this. They've got Georgia. Now that ain't going to be easy. They'll come fully loaded, Georgia. This is what you want. Game time.
George Turner taken by Sam Skinner, a man who won silverware in his time with the Exeter Chiefs down in Devon. Now it's moved to Edinburgh. Ali Price goes ferreting in. We've got to keep this moving now. Italy defending it reasonably well. Ali Price, great hands. Ben Healy, huge amount of space outside. And into that space goes Darcy Graham, a man who scored 2 tries against Italy the last time he played against them. Dots down for his first today. And what great awareness of the open expanses of Murrayfield by Ben Healy.
When he could chase down pigeons, Darcy Graham, he didn't have to do on that occasion. He just had to wait for the bounce of the ball. Options open all areas. As it was, Healy decides, well, I'll just put it across. You can see no one's at home from Italy. They've dragged him out there. Darcy Graham stayed on his right wing, held that position, gives an option to a 10. 10 either puts it through the hands to the 12, over the top to the wing. Doesn't matter, it's a try. Great play from Scotland, well worked.
Yes.
Now this is the patience you want, Rob, is like watching the All Blacks this morning against Australia. When they get into this area, a bit like all good teams, they want to score.
Tommy Allen pulls it back and tackle from Stafford McDowell. Pajarello again. Good defence, David Ceci, formerly of Bath, German-born, second row forward, comes from a military family. In goes Scott Cummings. Can he get his hands on the ball?
No advantage to penalty. 7. Pillar 1 was offside, foot in front.
Yeah, back for an offside decision against Scotland. Also on is New Zealand against South Africa at Twickenham. That's not part of the summer series, but that's on the 25th of August. They missed a drop goal right at the end at Thomond Park.
Lucid elbow down.
So they've been improving across the board, especially that Benetton Treviso side. Zebra not so much. Monty Ioane gets outside Darcy Graham. Two speedsters together, and that's great hands by Tommy Allen to keep that ball alive. And with a minute to go to half-time, it's the Italians showing a bit more effervescence again.
Mate, look, we just talked about this style. This is their style. You
Darcy
Graham won't want to see that. Ioane, my boy. Again, back from the Rebels. He's causing some real hassle out there at the moment, and they just get the ball, they get the put in for him, so they've got a chance to score again. That's great, and that's something that, again, the Scottish right winger won't want to see. You don't let your man have that much space. If you're running him into big forwards, he ain't going to make a difference. You give him chance in space, the way that Italy want to play. Under Crowley, he's going to have, he's going to have a go.
Yes, just sniffed its way, or was able to sniff the crossbar on the way over. Tommy Allen, so 6 points for the Italians. Just the one try in that first half, and it was scored by that man, bleach blonde Darcy Graham. His 17th try for Scotland. Now they scored half-time. Scotland 5, and the Italians just ahead 6.
It's when looking forward to see if Kinghorn comes off the bench. I'm sure he will. They got Redpath on the bench as well. Derby, the scrum half. All these guys can make an impact. It's what the Scottish front row can make. The new Scottish front row now can make an impact.
Suddenly gone from umbrella weather to factor 50 weather, and that's been a factor as well as the scrum. Scotland picking up the penalties in that tight face.
Well, you go again here, surely. Get him tight in the scrum. Oh, it's getting serious.
Finn Russell, Adam Hastings, Blair Kinghorn, Ben Healy. The 410s that Gregor Townsend has to consider before he names his 33 for France, he says, after the France game next week.
Very good, get it, use it.
Ali Price, Stafford McDowell on his debut. Ali Price, and here is Darcy Graham. What a line, what pace from the right winger, and he gets his second try of the match. Sizzling stuff, and at last Scotland take advantage of their presence inside the Italian 22.
Yeah, the peroxide blonde gets it in again, but again it's good work from the Scottish 8. All the back row down there. Referee says use it, and watch out for Ali Price now. He's just mastering big. Get his down, get back, get back, get back. That's why you get back, because this boy's coming on a line and an angle which is straight. There you go, big push up from the inside centre. McDowell on debut. Again, the forwards attracting players across. It's not, it's back inside. And again, normally he scores wide, it scores tries out the wide and wonderful. This time it's direct, right in the middle of the forwards. He'll take it. Good score.
BC once more. Can they set? Can Scotland get their hands on the ball? They can't. And now it's Morey. It's a great position for the Italians. They must score, and they do through Monty Ioane. And no player in this Italian side deserves a try better than him. He's carried, he's harried, and he's hassled, and now he's got a score to his name.
As I said, you're going to come away with the points, and they've done that. They went to the right-hand side for the catch-in drive. Like I said, you think Scotland have stopped the momentum, stopped the press. Italy based that on a 2-ball. They've actually moved it well inside. They haven't panicked. Little scrum half who's come on, Gabrici is just, again, when it's right, pull that trigger, get it out. Ioane staying wide outside on that left wing for one reason only. Tommy Allen sees him, he catches, he dives, he scores.
Gabrici feeds. That Italian scrum was under a lot of pressure. It was folding horribly
Falls back around
And
the
that's
corner.
what'll win you games. Again, when you're getting a little bit tired, or when the props against you get a bit tired and you come off the bench, you know, there's no real weakness when you start the game or whatever, and you can see how important it is to Scotland. They won 3, they're not even looking to go into the corner.
Same number of penalties that Italy conceded here in the Six Nations game. 4 at the scrum, that is, at this set piece.
See, this confuses me because I'll go back to the ball not in straight, but now actually the scrum half sort of aims at the number 8. So if I'm actually putting this ball into a scrum, that shouldn't happen, because the 8 should get it straight away and off he goes. He doesn't even attempt to put any power in. He gets away from the scrum, hence you've got no problems of Scotland putting the pressure on you.
Ben Healy's former team, Munster,
20 seconds,
winning the
kicker.
URC last season, winning a bucket full of away matches towards the end of the season.
Delighted for Graham Roundtree, old mate of mine, Yum Yum.
He's changed the way that Munster play.
Well, I think you had to, in the nicest possible way. And I think that's what the rugby has to do. Everyone has to change a little bit to make more people come into the game. And that's what Gregor wanted. He's done well, he's controlled manners.
Stuart McAnally, Dobie, now there's a chance on the outside here, on the wing. Ollie Smith burrowing away, numberless fullback. Can Scotland finish off the Italians now? This is the moment. There's space on the right-hand side, power, and a finish from Josh Bayliss, who held his width on the wing, and it means a lot to the Scotland side, who begin their march to the World Cup now, pretty sure, certain in fact, of a victory.
Hold your shape, hold your heart, hold your nerve, whatever you want to talk about. Again, Italy make the mistake, Scotland make them pay. And that's what will kill Crowley. Gregor will be delighted. Well, that's a great finish from the big forward. The Bath lad gets in at the corner, but again, it's well worked. It's not risky stuff. Give it over there. They've got plenty of people. He's not going to get isolated if he doesn't get over the line. But look at that. That's a great goose step. In at the corner, plenty of room. But like Ioanni's tried the other end. He's made it. He's secured the victory. It's party time in Edinburgh.
Celebration, but it's exactly what happened to Italy in the Six Nations game. You know, they got the kick to the corner. They were hammering on the Scotland line in the Six Nations, and then they went the length of the field, and Kinghorn scored.
It was the other, the corner.
Yeah, the other corner. And that kind of sums it up, doesn't it? Sadly for Italy, you know, despite all those improvements, they still lost 5 games in the Six Nations. But you can see what they're trying to do. You can see where the improvement's coming. Oh, what a game this man has had.
There you go.
And the final act of that match, the right boot, the sweet right boot of Ben Healy, once of Tipperary, now proud man of Scotland. And Gregor Townsend will be delighted with the way his 10 performed today. As Dowie said, that's why he put him into the team, to put pressure on those other men in the 10 jersey, potentially for France. So Scotland begin their journey to the World Cup in the first of the famous Grouse Summer Series with a victory against Italy. The final score here at Murrayfield, Scotland 25, Italy 13.